Mu kaweefube ow'okulaba buti amasomero agavujjirwa gavumenti ku mutendera gwa secondary wamu ne primary agakolamu emirimu gyago okwetooloola eggwanga, Jimmy Nambiro ng'ono y'avunaanyizibwa ku byenjigiriza mu maka g'obwa pulezidenti era nga ye muwandiisi ow'ekyama owa pulezidenti ku nsonga z'ebyenjigiriza awamu ne skilling. Akyaddeko mu disitulikiti y'e Manafwa okulaba buti amasomero agavujjirwa gavumenti ku mutendera gwa secondary awamu ne primary gye gatambuzaamu emirimu gyago. Eno akyaddeko ku ssomero erya Buwagogo State Secondary School nga nno eri mu disitulikiti ey'e Manafwa awamu ne Bubuulo Mixed Primary School nga nno lisangibwa mu disitulikiti y'e Manafwa nga gonna amasomero ga gavumenti okulaba emirimu butya bwe gitambula era ng'eno asanzeeyo embeera ey'enjawulo omuli ebizimbe ebimu okuba nga biri mu mbeera etali nnungi naddala ku ssomero erya Bubuulo Mixed Primary School kw'ossa n'abayizi okuba nti baggyibwako ssente eziri emitwalo 12 ez'okulya ku ssomero nga bino biri ku ssomero lya Bugogo State Secondary School. Wabula ategeeza nti bino byonna naddala ku ssomero erya Bugogo State Secondary School naddala ensonga y'okulya nsonga nkulu nnyo eri abayizi, wabula n'akubiriza abaddukanya essomero lino okwewala okugoba abaana nti baddeyo kufuna ssente zino ez'okulya ku ssomero nti birina kuba buvunaanyizibwa bw'abazadde okulaba nti baliisa abaana. Ku lya primary ategeezezza nti bano balina okulaba nti bawandiikira disitulikiti era nategeeza nti naye wakubanga ayogerako nayo okusobola okumanya wa we batuuse mu kulaba ng'ebizimbe ebimu biddaabirizibwa n'ebyo ebiri mu mbeera embi okuba nti bimenyebwa.
Reason is to ensure that you people are in school and there is nobody who is sabotaging your stay in school. I've just been having a discussion with the headmaster in the office. That's why I have your admission letter. I am happy that Buwagogo, there are no exorbitant illegal charges. We call them illegal charges because there are schools where I have been to and you find a CD school or a UZ school, the head teacher is asking for 50,000 for admission. I hope that is not the case here. No. Good. So I am saying I've looked at what is being asked for from here. And if it is the truth, then I am going to guide about it on how we are to do it. But one thing I wanted you to know and why we have caused this assembly is that the president wants all of you to be in school. And nobody should dodge to be at school. Why? Because everything, apart from a few things like lunch, uniform, books, and pens, those ones the president does not cater for them. I've been having a very serious quarrel with your headmaster and said, this 120, they should not send you home. Boss, I have said they should not send you where? And that's the reason why I'm in the field.
Oluvannyuma akyaliddeko ekitebe kya disitulikiti ey'e Manafwa era nga mu kuwayaamu n'abakungu okuli omulambuzi w'amasomero mu disitulikiti eno ng'ono Muhooli Eric David ategeeza nti ensonga ebyentambula naddala okugenda mu bifo ebyenjawulo ekyabakalubiriza nnyo ng'oboolyawo balemesa n'okuba nti emirimu bagitambuza kinnawadda so nga n'ebizimbe ebimu ku masomero ag'enjawulo biri mu mbeera embi etakyabisobosa nakuba ng'oboolyawo bisomerwamu abayizi. Ensonga y'ebyokusula kw'abasomesa nayo agikonyeko okumu ku kusoomoozebwa okubatawaanya mu masomero kw'ossa n'okubuulira abazadde ku mugaso gw'abaana baabwe okuba nga balya emmere ku ssomero.
Our challenge in Manafwa is one, it's an issue of transport to officers. We have a challenge of that transport. And some of the officers keep on moving on border, which is not healthy and not good. And we're appealing to the government that they may work on it and see to it that the officers, the inspectors, the district inspector, the district education officer should have the means to move on, that they can easily, and their work would not be compromised. We have also a challenge with funding. Some projects, some issues are not worked on because of funding, and that is a big challenge. We have a challenge as we move to schools. We have a challenge of some places which are hard to reach, and we find a challenge when reaching those places. Like today, we have moved to Buro Mixed, which is okay, which is near. We've moved to Wagogo, which is reachable. But other schools like Butoto, they are in places where we cannot reach. We need fully furnished transport that we can reach there. And also buildings in schools. Some buildings are too old and they need renovation, and some that can be recommended for demolishing. And our children, our learners, some of them, their life are at stake, and even teachers. Teachers' accommodation is also a challenge. We don't have teachers' accommodation in most schools. Very few schools that we have accommodation for the teachers. Also, there's an issue of sensitizing parents. Some parents, of course, they know we appreciate that they have given us children, but there's an issue of them meeting their part. The government is paying the teachers. The government is sending grants, but also the parents are meant to feed their children, provide scholastic materials. But in a case also there's a challenge of them meeting their obligation.
Yes, ssentebe district eno Kigayi Hosea Kimono ategeeza nti bakoze ekisoboka okulaba nti babuulirira abazadde ku mugaso gw'okuliisa abaana abawe nga bali ku masomero n'omugaso gwe kirimu.
We have already been on the ground talking to our teachers, our head teachers, not to send children home, because this one they are doing it contrary to His Excellency's directive. But still, you know, sometimes change is gradually. We have been talking about it, but still we promise we shall continue talking about at whatever forum we get. We must make sure that we address this issue so that whatever something small, let them write just to the parents, but not to send children home. Okay, there are some areas like for feeding in the primary school, for what, but still we talk to them the same language. Don't send children home, but find a way of talking to our parents so that they come and pay these small dues which the school demands.
Era nga Musamati Fred Andrew ngono ya myuka RDC wa district eyo ategeeza nti bo nga ofiisi ya pulezidenti bazzenga bakola ogwabwe ogw'okulambula amasomero gano n'okumalamu obumulumulu obuba busangiddwamu n'okulaba nti bagatambuza gabe nga gatambulira ku mutendera gw'alina okutambulirako.
We've been carrying out these routine monitorings as one of our cardinal roles that we are to carry out within our district of jurisdiction, and nevertheless we get to encounter a number of challenges where we at times get into discussions with the heads of schools that something of like facilitating the feeding of the learners in the schools, those other small necessities that could be, I think, of financial implication, that they have always told us they got to an agreement with the managers and the parents at large. But of course now, basing on that, this one is an agreement between the school administration and the parents, and of which we have always urged them that not chasing out the children from the school
in that the agreement was between them and the parents.
Senku Samuel Kimuli nga yeka wa district ategeeza nti waliwo ensimbi ezimanyiddwa nga school rehabilitation grant nga ziri ministry y'ebyensimbi era nga ze agezaako okulaba nga atuukira bekikwatako okulaba nti ne district eganyulwa mu nteekateeka eno okusobola okuddaabiriza ebizimbe ebimu ebiri mu mbeera embi.
There is a grant called school rehabilitation grant in the Ministry of Finance. The one who is in charge of that grant, I think, is the other secretary from Nakaseke, a born of Nakaseke. I will hunt for him and give you the name.
Thank you.
Because the way I was transferred from, annually, on average, they are rehabilitating buildings in 16 schools. They are providing us around 1.1 billion for rehabilitation. We find that some buildings need 60 million. When you go and dividing that money, annually you are renovating some buildings in the schools. So I want you to help me. We link up with you. We get this person who's in charge and a sector Ministry of Finance, and we also go to the program.
Thank you.
I need this program in Manafwa.
Thank you.
I've moved around. I'm 5 months in Manafwa, and I was discussed with you that I want to go to Nakaseka and meet for this man. I want to look for this under secretary who gives money to those districts under school rehabilitation grant, so that we can have this historical school. I was at Bubulu here, Bubulu High School, Bubulu Girls. When people were being advised not to apply to Nambiro, Bubulu, those were the schools, Budo, which were great. I wish there were buildings around Shaka. So there's a lot we have to do in terms of rehabilitation.
Okukyala kwonna ng'ekutambudde okwa Jimmy Nambiro mu district y'e Manafwa tulina kutuusaako ku Musana Media.
The president wants universal education to be universal, or universal education to be absolutely free as he wants it to be. So that's why I'm out to see that I check on schools now that the schools have commenced, all classes, the students reported, the pupils have reported. So I've been moving in schools. I started in Mbale City, but my official visit was for Manafwa and Bududa. So in Manafwa, it's been good, because what gives us joy is that when you go to these UPE schools, you find learners in big numbers. They are learning and they are being attended to by the teachers. For instance, when we visited the Bubulo Mixed, you saw the people I was with, they saw that the teachers are doing what they are supposed to do. The learners are in class, and that helps us to really deal away with the question of, does UPE really benefit Ugandans? It answers the question and say yes, because you see the parents have brought their children to school in big numbers. And of course, we find out that the government is doing its responsibility. The classrooms are built, the teachers are being paid, the scholastic materials are being provided for. Now, when we talk about the other part of maybe inadequacy of classrooms, it's because really Ugandans have brought many students in school. And so we can't castigate government, but we just have to make an appeal to government that the program of the President of Universal Education is for real, and the parents have embraced it. And so government needs to support. Maybe our members of parliament, they need to increase on the budgetary allocations to see that schools get enough classrooms, and also we have a number of more teachers recruited to take care of these many pupils and students who are coming in school. But also I am on a mission to ensure that there are no illegal charges in schools. And much as there are some still, like you have heard from the leadership, Manafwa is so wonderful. You have seen the cow, you have seen the DO, you have seen the inspector of schools who represented the DO, you have seen the chairman LC5, just like you have heard from the RDC Manafwa. All of those show you that we as government is on the right path. We just have to deal with a few irregularities. For instance, when we visited Wagogo CD Secondary School, you saw the reaction of the students. The reaction of the students shows you that they have been, the administration there has been pressing them somehow by denying them classes. Something that I am emphasizing and saying this should not happen. They shouldn't send pupils away because of these. I always refer to them as illegal charges because they should not be even in schools. But because of the circumstances here and here, you find that they have put those charges. So I have instructed the headmaster there, and I've had a discussion with the cow. This sending of children out of school, that must stop.